Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for November 27th of 2025 is titled Portrait of NGC 1055. So what do we see here? Well, here we see the galaxy known as NGC 1055. This is an example of a spiral galaxy, and while we don't see the distinct spiral arms very easily, that's because we're looking at this from the edge. We're seeing it sideways, the thin disk being visible to us. And that's essentially the way we see our own Milky Way. In fact, that the disk is essentially edge on, and that's because in that case we're stuck within the disk. Here we're looking at it from outside, and that's just the way the galaxy happens to be tilted. Because the galaxy is 60 million light years away, there's no way we can travel to it to see it from a different perspective. But we can pick out the details that we associate with a spiral galaxy in the image, and that includes the dark dust lanes as well as the blue light from hot blue star clusters which have formed. So the dust and gas present in a spiral galaxy form new stars, and the biggest and most massive of those are the hot blue stars, and they're the ones that dominate the light for as long as those stars live. Now, those stars don't live for a very long time, a few million years, meaning that this star formation has to have been recent. It had to have formed within the last few million years. Otherwise, these stars would already be gone. In some regions around here, we can also see the pink glow of hydrogen gas, also related to star formation, and that is formed when the light from those hot stars that form ionize the hydrogen gas and cause it to glow. Now, a different thing about this galaxy we can see is the extended halo. Yes, galaxies do have a halo, much as our own Milky Way does, but this one is rather extended compared to many of the others. And in fact, we can see various structures within it that really tell us that this is actually debris left over from a satellite galaxy that was destroyed when it came too close to the larger galaxy. Essentially, if a smaller galaxy gets too close to a larger galaxy, the tidal forces will rip it apart and shred it into individual stars. Now, it really does almost nothing to the stars themselves. The stars are still there. They're just now becoming part of this other galaxy and will continue. So what would happen here over the next 100 million years or so is that the stars in the halo would then settle down and eventually just become part of the galaxy itself. And that would just cause the galaxy to grow by a small amount, and the new galaxy will then be, again, slightly larger than it was before. Won't be a big change because the satellite galaxy was likely a lot smaller than the spiral galaxy itself. But this is how galaxies grow over time, not just from one instance of this, but from multiple instances. And in fact, over billions of years, we can grow galaxies from very small galaxies, small irregular and dwarf galaxies, into the large ellipticals and spirals that we know of today. So that was our picture of the day for November 27th of 2025. It was titled Portrait of NGC 1055. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.